layouts, static layouts. Now we have to somehow turn this into this. We have a bunch of code here. That's what makes it look the way it does. And all we actually have is a H1, a header, a nav, and a section. And we're gonna just rearrange things. So first I would like to start by taking this wrapper class ID, this div, and turning it into just centering it, since that's the easiest part. So margin is just auto, and the width, we'll play around with the width. It's at 95%. Now when I run my code, oh, it's not class div, it's called wrapper. There we go. You notice that there is a margin right at the edge and it's centered in the middle of our page. As soon as I increase it, our content stays centered. All right, next thing we want to do is put the nav and the section, kind of separate it from header, and we're gonna kind of turn this into a flexible display. Okay, so, and we'll turn it inline as well. So how do we do that, or inline block? Well, we can say, we can create a div right here between the nav, and we're gonna call this, I don't know, container. ID equals container. And we're going to throw nav and sections in there. Control X, Control V, clean it up. And what are we going to do with container? Well, hashtag for ID, container. And we're going to say display is a flexible display. If I run my code, it changed it. Not exactly the way I want, because you're supposed to give nav a flex value, let's say of 1, and let's say section a flex value of 6. When I run my code that way, we see that it takes up the entire section 1 and 6. Just to be certain, we want to fill the container with our width equals 100%, just to be sure, so that it fills the container. Now, you notice that there's some kind of spacing over here, and more spacing at the bottom. So for nav, we can say margin left, or sorry, margin right, and we could say something like 7 pixels. When we reset our page, we see that we have some margin on the side, and it's separated by 7 pixels. We can even say something like 12, 13 pixels even. Seems fair. And if we look at the bottom of our page, if we want it to go to the bottom of our page, we're going to have to say something like height 100%. Run that code. Still didn't work because our container, let's see, the wrapper height 100%. Let's try something else. We gotta make the body HTML body height 100%. Interesting. I'm not sure why it's not going all the way to the bottom. Let's try it. Let's try div. Oh, maybe we have to do the nav and height 100%. Run that. No. So that's inside our container, inside our wrapper, body, and HTML. Oh, I need to put a comma. That's why. There we go. And it goes all the way to the bottom of our page, regardless of the size of our page. Okay, and that's how that's done. If you want, you don't even have to do, if we run that code, nope, we do have to set HTML. Comma. Comma means both. All right, and that's how that's done. You just submit,